Hey, I'm Scotty, and in this video I'm going to show you how to sketch this in a really loose and expressive way from this reference. Today I'll be using a Stillman & Burns sketchbook, a Uniball Vision pen, I have some watercolor brushes, a fine tip Posca marker for the white highlights later, and these are the Kerataki watercolors I'll be using. Okay, start in the top corner here. We're going to just look at the main shapes of this figure first. So keep your pen really loose here. See, I'm keeping my hand off the page, just letting those shapes find themselves. If I don't draw it quite right, I can re-go over them. The angle of the face there. It seems really messy way to sketch, but can look really nice and expressive in the end. Okay, going down to that shoulder and making our way down those shapes. Elbow here. So a little proportion from the shoulder to the elbow should be 1.5 heads, so that's about 1.5. Check the proportions as you go. That's the hand there. Just getting the outline of those hands. And this is the lid, so you can go down these shapes here. And then the plastic bag, the side there. Trying to fill up all the space with interesting lines. Looks good. Might be crazy, but it's good. Okay, so when I try and figure out the full length of the figure, we can go from the shoulders, 1, 2, 3, down to the crotch. It's about there. So about double that is down to the ankles. So about down to there. It's handy to use those sort of tricks as you're sketching, just to make sure you've drawn the whole body length the right length. Okay, now the feet. Now I'm just focusing on that flip-flop shape and not the whole toes and that sort of thing. Just hint them here. And then let's go to the other one. And there's a wheel here, so let's add that in. Okay, so making my way around. I might go this side now. So the square end of the cabinet. With all the tasty treats in there. Now I know how long that cabinet was, so now I can draw that bucket. Maybe add a few utensils with artistic license. And then I'll bring this umbrella a little bit closer for the composition. I feel like it might be a bit nicer there. Just nice expressive lines there, just like that. Now how far should this cabinet go back? Windows on the side. And we go in a bit more here. And this is where the other wheel is, so I just line it up with this one. It's not a completely round circle, but just get the idea. You know, I've got that front of the tire on this side and the back of the tire on this side. And the axle comes out a little bit. So I've tightened up that whole first bit of the sketch. I'll finish off all the other figures and then we'll do the faces at the end. So I'll move this third figure across so I can see more of this figure. Shape of his shoulders and the hair. Okay, and then the third figure. Now to make sure these figures all look like they're in the same scene, because the photo was taken about head height, all the heads should be pretty much in line, but you'll see that the feet, as they get further back, they're actually higher in different places. So I'll show you how I do that. So this lady here, do first. So just outlining that, the shoulder coming down here. You need to loosen up, start doing these kind of zigzaggy lines as you go. So arm in there. Just briefly looking for this from the elbow to the shoulder, from the elbow to the wrist is about 1.5 heads. What's that silhouette of that hand? Something like that. And then add in a couple of fingers. And then we're coming out again here for the bottom of that t-shirt. So we said before that the length of the figure can be figured out from counting 3 heads. 1, 2, 3, and that's the crotch. And then doubling that distance down to the ankles. A bit of an in curve there, going up to that crotch. And the feet, you can see the feet are on the right hand side of that pants. Add the straps in. Okay, fit another figure there. So the final figure here is a bit further back, so the head can be slightly smaller. So that this head would be in line with all the other heads here, but the feet would be a lot higher. Okay, outline the figure. So I'm just concentrating on the silhouette of each shape as I go down. You could even leave this section here. The other hand comes out like that, holding her keys. Now the dress. Okay, let's just check the length. 2, 3. That's about the crotch there. And so let's double that. It's about the ankles there. So I was going a bit too low there, so I saved myself. And sort of exaggerating those sections, those lines, outline those shoes. Okay, you can see here that this lady here is a lot smaller, but because she's in line with her head approximately, then she seems like she's in the same scene. So now I want to show you how to draw a face really easily and simply with a few lines. Between the hairline, which is probably where that hat is, and the chin, you can divide the face up into 3 sections. So I start with the brow, we go down 1/3 is here, and you just do the brow, and then here what I'm doing is I'm going down in a 1-line motion to just draw the dark section of the eye. If you do the brow like this, and then you go down and just do that dark section of the eye there. And then we'll do the nose, another 1/3 down from the brow, and that's just focusing on like the shadow sections. And then the lips, if you go between the bottom of the nose and the chin, just like that, and a little shadow underneath. Now go over to this face, so about a 1/3 down between the chin and the hairline. Draw that brow, you draw it very quickly. So just a line with a little darker spot where the iris would be. Then just a line for the shadow under the nose, and then the same with the lips and the other lady here. So let's go down a 1/3 here with the eyebrows is about there. You could also, if you didn't want to drop down in the same motion, you could just draw the 2 brow, and then you could draw the shadow under the nose like this. And now you've got 3 sections. Now you can add in the eyes with just a line here like this and a line like this. So I wouldn't focus on the iris, make it more about the top eyelid, and then a little bit of a wider dark spot where the iris is, but not a big circle. Top lip like that. Brow here, bottom of the nose, top eyelid, the lip here. Okay, so my next tip is about watercolor. So we want to keep that fresh look. And one new way you could try is using your shadow color. And for instance, I'm using a purple here, and I'm going to put in the shadows first before I draw the colors. Sometimes it helps loosen up by blocking out where the light is and then adding in the color. If the light's coming from this direction, I'm just going to add in some shadows where I think there should be some, leaving a lot of whites shade on this side of the card, and here and down here, maybe underneath that little ledge here. People here on this side, underneath there of course. Try and make it expressive like our line work. The lady standing in the back. Okay, that was really quick and simple. Now we're going to get some colors. The bright blue I've got here, and it's of course just a little bit on that nice lid. Gives us an opportunity to go around and add a few more. Can mix in with that shadow like that, it's nice. Okay, now the yellow. This is a yellowy orange. Now I've got burnt sienna for the skin. This is like a rose. Bits there, and then making up a little bits, adding some dots. I also like to add a bit of rose to the cheeks. Now I use this grey blue to add some of the darker areas. So you can see that I'm working really quickly. I'm trying to make it as spontaneous as I did the sketch. Just tapping my brush on my other finger. Try not to spray my iPad that's in front of me. Something in the background to link this all together. Okay, so now highlights with my Posca white pen. This is a fine tip. So adding some highlights here, here. So there you go, I really like the loose nature of this sketch. Let me know if you like this kind of sketch in the comments below. And a big thank you to all my supporters on Patreon for helping me produce these videos. If you're interested in some more in-depth tutorials there, I'm going to build up a lot more this year. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.